taking a very heavy position on Microsoft right now. But I feel good about it. The market's kind of down, but right now I'm holding 250 shares of Microsoft, $63,000 here. Yeah, I think it's gonna pull back, so I might scale back a little bit. Also holding 3 contracts on my small account. I'm growing this account from $1,000 to $25,000, only with options. So I'm holding the 255 strike Microsoft. So 3 contracts there, 63 G's here, 64 grand almost. So that's about altogether, I'm gonna say another 150 shares. Yeah, that's about 400 shares of Microsoft. About a little over $100,000 in Microsoft. Hello everyone. So this is about Microsoft. As I'm shooting this video, Bill Gates is getting ready to divorce Melinda Gates. Melinda Gates, if you're watching, there's a bachelor here. Try to put some money, some of that divorce settlement into my company, please. So Microsoft had a stellar quarter, and their margins, gross margins and operating margins narrowed by 1%, but the stock still took a hit, sliding 3% afterwards, and then recently, yesterday, tanking another percentage point because all the tech stocks are sliding. But let me tell you how phenomenal they did their quarter. Their business and processes segment made $13 billion. This is the Windows Office. You know, they have 1.3 billion active users for their Windows 10. Then they got their intelligent cloud business segment, which is the Azure. Azure cloud computing is growing 50% a quarter. So, and then that did $15 billion in revenue. Remember in 2016, they bought LinkedIn. So now LinkedIn, for the first time, LinkedIn made $3 billion in the last 12 months. So, and I used to love trading LinkedIn. All of a sudden it's private, that's it. They bought that for $26 billion. So LinkedIn business revenue is doing phenomenal. And they recently got a U.S. Army contract for $22 billion for augmented reality headsets that have HoloLenses. So they're doing phenomenal. I don't know why the stock took a huge hit. I'm buying on every opportunity on the way down. So even though I scaled out of it a little bit, protected myself with some puts, but I'm still holding Microsoft, and I'm going to buy it on its way down. This summer is going to be very slow. So a lot of names are getting discounted, especially tech sector. So I'm definitely going to start purchasing more discounted names. But Microsoft is an old man's portfolio stock, so you gotta hold this long term. What else? So then Xbox units. They sold 70 million Xbox units. Xbox growth is like 30-35%. Last quarter of 2020, Xbox had a record-breaking 65% increase. So during the pandemic, so you know, a lot of people still buying those units, guys. I'm the one who doesn't even have Xbox One yet. I still have Xbox 360 instead of Xbox One, and it's been 16 years. You know why? Because it does the job, that's why. I've been opening and closing this trade for 16 years, a couple of thousand times. And what helped me be a better trader is this game right here, Lord of the Rings. I play this game every week. If you can beat against 3 competitors on a skirmish game, on the brutal, you can definitely be a better trader. So it helps you strategize, it helps you think under pressure, manage your money, everything. How to battle against a specific enemy, which way, and all being done under pressure for you to be able to adapt and change in the last second and switch your strategy despite what you thought was going to work. So Play this game against 3 brutal enemies and win. Okay, so here it is. You're going to start off with $500. And then you're going to choose, instead of medium against 3, you're going to choose brutal. And if you can win against 3 brutal competitors, then by that time you'll be making consistent money, that's for sure. For sure. And it's going to take you probably a couple of years at least. Taking some disgusting amount of risk right now, and I'm super nervous. Microsoft reversing. So I'm holding 10 option contracts on 252.5 strike, and then 18 option contracts on 250 strike. And I'm also holding another Tesla contract 700s. Apple's taking me to the cleaners, so I'm very cautious. I bought some puts, then I dumped it, then I bought the calls again. So very choppy after that beautiful earnings report. And then Peloton, look at that. Peloton 98. And I'm nervous because if this thing pulls down below 254.60, then I'm going to jump out. I'm going to trim half. But if you look at what happened a couple of days ago, you see what I'm trying to do here. All I'm trying to do is we penetrate 256.42 today. This thing will run to 259. And I mean, I'm going to start scaling out from, starting from 256 even. So I'll incrementally start taking profits to 285, 86. Some people actually bet heavier as this accelerates, and at times I do that, but if the market's choppy and range bound, I'm more cautious. Look at that. Microsoft wants to move, but the whole market is just at a standstill. It's been like that a couple of days, and it's pissing me off. That's the worst thing, is when the entire market starts pulling back while your stock wants to move forward. It's like somebody throwing a wrench inside of your bike spokes while you're going downhill. Oh, that was a perfect example. Microsoft, $1.8 trillion company. This is one of the 4 horsemen, right? The Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, Google. Well, it's not Alphabet now. Yeah, I think I covered it all. Thank you for the 8 new subscribers. We're slowly growing. I'm going to do a little bit of a surprise once we hit 100 subscribers. So we should hit there in the next couple of episodes. Make sure to check out the next episode because it's a round number. And you know what happens in round number episodes. I don't know. You tell me.